Yeah, we'll just have to see what the news does this morning. We might get a little bump at 9:45, but I don't think that'll be anything major. Not really sure if I'm gonna do that 5 second trade. We really haven't had the bestest luck with that. I've kind of struggled a little bit with that 5 second trade. We mainly just been kind of focusing on the 5 minute chart with that 5 minute inside bar for the last few weeks. Let's check out the ES over here. All right, so we are sitting at that one. If we move up this morning, that's probably going to be the range today. It would just be a nice range day where we just constantly move up. Excuse me. But we definitely need to take out. I mean, it would be nice to kind of see a pullback to the lows here at 94, 92 to take out this data wick here at 92, then move up. So that'd be kind of like a fail breakdown of that 501. So that's kind of like Manzini's game plans. The way he plays most of his stuff is all fail breakdowns. So basically what it is, this 501 here on the ES did not reclaim the 501. Basically, we're losing the 501. This is where you want to see a pullback, then a trade back above 501 is where you would start looking for longs. Hopefully today's trading is just as easy as yesterday. We had a pretty easy trading day. I think we really only took, we took like a small loss on the opening, but I don't really count that. We were just seeing, even though it did go to the area you want, but the opening was about to happen, and there was no way that I was going to hold through the opening because we were trying to target that 80. Or was this the same 80 as yesterday? The 680? Are we back in the same range? We are. No, I think that's a different 80. Definitely a nice little sell-off overnight. At least, what, almost 140 points. So, nice sell-off. Where are we at? As right now, we're about in the middle of the overall move, the 50%. So I think at this point we could go either way. I have the highs and lows marked out from this data wick. So either way, I feel like we're going to possibly run both of these areas. So you could possibly have a 50-point range where you could probably find at least 10 to 20 points. You just either run the lows of the 25 and maybe look for a long backup to the 80s here, or vice versa. Which I feel like we had nice movement yesterday. It wasn't a range day, but it's kind of almost like we had a big move down, then another nice move back up. So we were able to catch some nice trades on both ends. I feel like I got lucky on the funded account yesterday because it was basically a inside bar at the top of the range. And luckily I didn't really wait for that 5 minute break on the inside bar. We pretty much took the momentum off of the 1 minute. So I feel like I got lucky yesterday on that. That was probably the only trade where I'm like, whew, it was like we got luck because we bought right at the top of the range. We got like our 10 points, but then it stalled around 15 points. Between 10 and 15, it stalled. Then basically we sold off the rest of the morning. So we're not back to where we were on our funded account with Bulanox. Remember, we took that loss the other day. So now we're still just kind of sitting at 51,748. So even a trade today would just pretty much put us back to where we were, what, Tuesday? Yeah, Tuesday we were sitting at 51,990. And that's, I shouldn't even had a red day. Basically, I paper handed that trade because it was a banger inside bar for that 5-minute trade on Tuesday. Or Wednesday. I'm sorry, Wednesday. Yeah, Wednesday was the day that we took the loss. It was like a $300 loss because we made the number one mistake by re-entering a trade. To me, that's like the biggest mistake that a lot of us make, is like you re-enter that trade when it's a loser. Then it pulls back and stops you out for the second time. And so that's how we ended up losing the $300. Put my camera up. I'm sorry, I forgot to turn my camera on, guys. Well, oh, did you freeze up? What's up, Outer? Did you just get back home? How was your trip back home? Nice. I would say nice, but most time it's kind of like you're coming back from vacation from home, so it's like you're leaving home. So yeah, I guess it's a little on the different side. It would be hard for me to leave home that length of a time. I'm a pretty much homebody here. All right, looks like we're already kind of making a push already. We finally got our Apex to pay out, but they denied me from a rule I broke last November. Then we're about one trade or two trades from a second account to pay out. So hopefully next month we'll get both of those accounts with payouts. Because I don't know if I broke any rules with that other account, because I've had about 20 trading days with it, and I've had it for quite a while. Then our Bulanox account, we're sitting at 1,748. So we're a little over halfway there for a payout with them. Yeah, it's nuts that I've traded that account that long and they deny that payout, just something that happened last year. But there's nothing I can really do about it. Only thing I can do is basically just make $50 a day for 6 more days. I need 6 more trading days with it to make $50. So I'm going to start that starting next Monday. I'm going to start working on that. I figure just put it away for the month of August and start fresh on September. So hopefully next month we'll get 2 Apex payouts, including a Bulanox payout, if everything works good. I'm kind of feeling like to the upside at the moment. Like if we break, it looks almost like a little bear flag or bull flag here. I wonder if we're going to pop and take out this wick here. You broke the internet. Nice. Did you do any trading when you were back home, Outer? Or did you just take a break from it and just mainly just do, family and, spending time with the wife and stuff? I'm pretty sure that's what I would have to do. My wife wouldn't want me to come back home after being away for a while and spend all my time on the computer. Woo. All right, less than 1 minute, guys. Less than 1 minute. I'm going to be very cautious today. I feel like we've had a fairly decent week of trading. I really don't want to ruin that on a Friday. Look at there. Starting off with dirty old chop there, guys. I thought that 5 minute was about to break out to the top side. Ain't no reason to get chopped up in the first few minutes. I'm going to wait for the data wick to get ran. I just feel like that's the safer play this morning. If you're looking for momentum trading, you really need to wait to see those 25s run, or you need to wait for this 80 to run. Like I said, it's Friday. There's no reason to have a bad day on a Friday, especially if you had a fairly decent Monday through Friday or Monday through Thursday. I'm thinking I'm probably going to wait till after 9:45 at least, because we do have 3-star news at 9:45. So this way it could just chop. I think we have this Chicago PMI is what I put in the chat. Yeah, 9:45 we got Chicago PMI, and we got a little 2-star news at 10 o'clock, but nothing I think that'll move the market. I think the 9:45 you might at least get one of those like maybe 20 to 40 point bumps. Yeah, David, I'm kind of that way with Apex a little bit. Eventually I probably want to move over to like Take Profit Trader, because I want to get to the point where I can do the daily payouts. But I've had these Apex accounts for so long that I'm just going to kind of do it to the end. I'm really hoping September we can get a few $1,000s off of them. We'll mark out We're getting pretty close to that data wick on the bottom. Also kind of the lows there at the 20s. So far, a pretty choppy morning. This is type price action that kind of gets you in trouble those first 15 minutes. You find yourself in the hole, then you have to spend the rest of the day to either get back break even or you dig yourself in a bigger hole. If you're trying to take those breakout trades. But if you got a setup, it's probably not a big deal. But this is where a lot of breakout traders get themselves in trouble. I try to spend a little bit more cautious trading on Fridays. I mean, you would think it would have to at least run these wicks at 25. Man. Even had a big old inside bar. Oh, wait, this is the 1 minute. I'm sorry, I thought this was the 5 minute. Let me move over to the 5 minute. I mean, look at this 5 minute chart. That's garbage. That's garbage 5 minute chart there, guys. Man. Just remember, guys, we have news in 10 minutes, so just be careful if you're holding your trade. Oh, you had no time to trade. I don't blame you, Outer. If you're away from your home that long, man, there's yeah, you got to do all the honeydew list if the wife has a list for you to complete, or hang out with the wife, family members, and all that stuff when you haven't been home in a while. All right, so we did just run that data wick there. I wouldn't mind seeing us make a little dip to the lows here around the 600s and just rip straight back up. I mean, we barely touched it. We didn't even. I'd figured we at least wick below it. Oh, well, looks like we did just barely, just like a couple points and just. Sorry, I was trying to find my trade and view chart. Here we go. All right, so now I would expect maybe, do we get another pull back up to the 50s here? Or it'd be a nice little 5 minute inside bar here, back above the 600s, and we don't quite get back there, then have a nice little 5-minute inside bar here. Yeah, so we're about 50% back up to, what did I say, 50 on this. Man, it's almost like this is the last day of the month to I like to see us hit the 90s here. Then if we're going to stay short, pull back up, hit the 10s. Then you could possibly look for a short. But I think it's going to be so close to news. You just got to be careful. There's the... We got this here, and you got these wicks at 570s that we could run. All right, 90. See if the 510 holds. Shoot, might have got burned. Yeah. Might get stopped out on this one. Let me get it right above the 10 there. Looks like we want to start off in the red on our eval. Let's see if we have to run 50% of this candle first. I thought once we hit that 10, we would pull back. What do you want to call it? All right, there's the 50% of the candle sitting at 20, but there's just no way I can do that big of a stop loss. Still got about 3 minutes till news here. Now it wants to sell off. So it did the 50% pullback on that 5-minute candle. That's something I got to be more aware of whenever I take these trades. Whenever it's like a new 5-minute candle, got to wait for that freaking pullback. All right, you got news about to pop off in 1 minute. I'm hoping it just doesn't do a lot, honestly. Hopefully we can get back our red from a while ago. One trade should get us back in the green. Or at least break even. Just one move too early, guys. Just one move too early. Yeah, there was just no way for me to hold that deep a stop loss. We were looking at 20 points. There was just no way. Wouldn't mind seeing another retest of the 90s there. Oh, that's so annoying that we missed this move down, guys. Damn. Yeah. You would think that we'd at least get a 50% pullback of this candle. Got yesterday's low sent down at 187. It sucks that we have to sit here and watch this whole short. I feel like we need a 50, 65, 70 pullback here. There's your 50% mark. If it gets through these 65s, we could make a push up to the 80s. We got that 5-minute wick here sitting at the 80s. Right now, we're just kind of looking for a play back above the either into the 15-minute gap or back above the 600s here. Man, it looks like you have your EMAs all the way back up at the 14. All right, that's the 1 5-minute. We want to look for the 1 minute. Yeah, there's that. That wick is also where your 21 EMA is sitting at that 81, 82. I hate that we missed our only short opportunity, guys. That sucks. At least for the first 30 minutes. I mean, I'm pretty sure there'll be more, but the fact that we missed that first one since it was such a big move on the way down. Man, it's going to be a 100-point move all the way back down if you got short around those 600s. That was me getting FOMO on the old eval there, thinking that we were just going to sell off once we retested those 10s and rebroke the 100s. Yeah. We got this big wick sitting down at the, what, 4 something, this wick here. So I would imagine that's where we could possibly be going, because you got this level, there's your next level down. Looks like 580, yep, 580 or so. Then Outer, any setup trades for you this morning? Right now, guys, there's not really a lot to do here. We just kind of have to be patient. We are creating another little bear flag here on the 1 minute chart, but we're so close to news that we're just going to have to wait for that to happen. There's some two-star news that's happening at 10 o'clock this morning. There's your little news. Like I said, about 40. It was 40 points. So you hit the 500s, rip back up to the 40s. I wouldn't mind seeing another retest of the 600 up here, but I don't know if we'll get that far back. That would be the retest of the 15-minute chart. It could just not even come back. Mm. So far, guys, this price action is tough, like as far as getting a re-entry here. I mean, you had a couple bear flag breakouts. I mean, if you're willing to take them. This one was so ugly because of the news. But like I said, didn't wait for the little bear setups. There was another one. We missed one at the 20. That was that pullback I got stopped on. That was yesterday's low. This thing's probably not coming back, guys. This is probably just going to sell off the rest of the day. Right now, we're at the day's low, 487. Well, we're heading probably to the week low, or week 50% at the 457s. See if we can get a bounce off of the 60 area. I want to see if this 58 hold. Oh, 58. Paid 10 points, then popped again. Might stay in this just for 5 points or so. Yeah. Looking for that 58 to hold up. There we go. Wasn't sure if it was going to hold. It hesitated a lot. Looks like our runner's going to get stopped out. Damn it. What that was the 50% mark of the week. The month is all the way down at 200. Man, could we get that far? That would be insane. Man, it's just turned into a straight bleeder today, guys. Hopefully. I'm going to play this 60 one more time. If the 60 doesn't, the 60 is going to be my line in the sand here. So we'd be risking about 8 points. Eh. All right. That was the last trade on trying to pop that 60. I thought we could get one more push above that 60, but it hit at the top of the range and just going to probably sell off from here. I mean, we got our EMAs all the way back up at freaking 543. I mean, that's 100 points away. It's like, man, how do we not go back up to the freaking retrace those EMAs? If this turns into a 5-minute inside bar, we'll take the long again. That's only if this is an inside bar. But we still got 3 minutes left on that. All right, no 5 inside bar. Oh my goodness. I'll try one more time. Oh, damn it. Okay, god damn. That sucks. I got pretty much back to green, but hell, that put us back in the red again. God dang it. Oh, goodness. That sucks. I don't think the 60 just is not going to give it up. I don't know what it has been with the 60 lately. We've been stuck at those 60s for quite a bit. Yeah, I think we're just going to stick to this one eval today. This way, if we stay red, we stay red. We're up. We still got about $700 in profit to work with. So, as right now, I don't even know if we'll get a funded trade today. So, I think we're just going to stick with the eval. See, here's all these wigs. I mean, we even ran that last wig, but man. Here's the 66 again. My goodness, this stuff has been. Hmm. Oh, no, no. We'll be back in a few minutes. Oh, we finally might have found the bottom here, didn't we? Did my camera freeze? Just a couple plays too early on the long, guys. Just a couple early on longs. It doesn't look like we're going to get a funded trade today. We got about 30 minutes left for the 5 minutes to work out. Because after 11, we don't take it. Man, I was definitely thinking we would at least push these, at least push those wicks down there again. Whew, what a reversal. Man, this almost looks like just another little bear flag on the 1 minute chart. Yeah, what a freaking man! Come on. We have to wait and see what happens at that 508 level. That's your. I must have put the wrong time on there this morning. Kind of playing peekaboo with that whole number. I don't know if we're going to stay above these 500s or not. No. Still just kind of retesting the 90s to kind of bouncing between the 90s and that like 510 area that we bounce a lot. Got a little fair value gap sitting there on the 5 minute that we just cleared out. So if we can just get above that 506, then maybe we can make a run up here to the 50s. Probably so. It's going to be one of those deals where we probably sit here and consolidate, and we're going to have an explosion to either the upside or the downside. These are hard to get a lot of times. We still been waiting on that first 5 minute inside bar. We have not had one yet. If we get above 503, I would think we'd make a push up to this next one here. What time is it? We still got quite a bit left on this 5-minute candle. Well, we finally broke it. Oh, I'm sorry. Comes a new candle. I think we want to make a push up to the 20s here. Maybe this is the move to the downside. Out, are you taking any trades today or just kind of sitting on the sideline? No trades. I've taken no funded trades or anything. Pretty much all my stuff's just kind of sitting on the sideline. I was definitely thinking that was going to be the trade to the upside there. Yeah, I'm going to do that with my fundeds today. For some reason, unless we just get some kind of inside bar on the 5 minute, but at this point, I don't think we're going to get anything. Apex has 90% off, but not a good deal. Yeah, I didn't buy any 90% off. I may buy Bulanox, but that's about it. No inside bar today. This morning, Pine. I was trying to give it till 11 o'clock, but don't looks like we're gonna get it. But the only thing we've done today is some eval trades. What do you think? Maybe we run these lows again? Maybe if we push the 80s? I mean, it definitely looks like we have equal lows sitting at 80s. There's that wick kind of breakout. I wouldn't even mind seeing this area hold. What it is, we just bounced off this 5 minute wick here. Then this may give us a good indication. If this area can hold, we push all the way back up to at least the 30s or 40s where this 20 EMA is sitting on this 5 minute charts. We're going to at least sit here for another two more candles till 11 o'clock and see if we get that 5 minute inside bar. The inside bar was pretty rough also yesterday. I think here, if we can push back above the 500s, I feel like we make a push up here to the 20s to 40s. If not, it'll just be straight downtown. What did you say, outer 371? Whew, that is, I mean, heck, we're only less than 100 points down there, so I guess anything's possible. So no Apex funded trades today or Bulanox. So hopefully starting next Tuesday we'll get some trade. I'm not sure about Monday because Monday's Labor Day here, so it's a holiday. So I think the market will probably be somewhat dead. Excuse me. So that means we will definitely finish in the red a little bit on our funded for the week. I think actually break even because we were at 51,790. So that means we're going to finish break even because or maybe two winning trades. Did we have a Monday win and a Tuesday win? It was Thursday. Or yeah. One day set us back like $300. So where it should have been a winner. We paper handed the crap out of that thing yesterday because the market was so choppy. Oh, goodness. Oh, next week's non-farm payroll? Ah, crap. That means it could be choppy as crap for a few days. Oh man, I feel so tired. I had to woke up in the middle of the night. I just feel All right, we ran the lows. Did we keep on down? It's so hard to get short after we've sold all freaking 200 points. I'm so mad at myself for messing up that freaking first trade. Man, we just got in it just one move too early. I just did not want to withstand that drawdown of 20 points because we were trying to short at the 600s from earlier this morning. I bet it feels rusty trying to trade after not trading for a few months, Outer. Look at that 5-minute bear flag playing. We had what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about 6 candles. Then it broke. Already down 60 points from the break of that trend. I kind of have to get used to recognize these as kind of like bear flags on the 5-minute. Where it just has one candle, because you can kind of go over to the 1-minute and see them. But with the 5-minute, you always have to recognize most of the time there's like a 50% pullback on the previous candle, at least with the 5-minute. So you're looking at a fairly decent pullback a lot of the times. I know one thing on these nice trend days, maybe we have to look into that next time. It looks like we never ran the top of the previous 5-minute candle until here. But that was after selling off, what, close to 300 points. All right, guys, we got one more candle left. If we do not get an inside candle on the next one, I guess that'll be it for me today. So definitely no funded trade today. Usually what we do is we look for those inside candles somewhere between 9:30 and 11. If we do not get one in that time frame, we don't take it during the lunch hours. I mean, it would be nice to get one in this area. I mean, that'd be a nice small candle too. And then maybe we rerun those 21 EMAs. I mean, that would be the ideal inside candle there if we get one, but I don't think we're going to get one. I mean, well, I don't know. I guess this candle looks bigger than I think it does. What is it? 20? Hell, it's almost a 30-point candle. Oh, it's already about to shatter the hopes and dreams there, guys. It's already about to try to break the 20, so it might not even give it to us. Hmm. Wow, did we get this baby here at the... I don't know. It's pushing pretty good. Looks like it's about to break. Never mind. Never mind. Son of a bee. All right, no 5-minute candle in the first hour and a half today, guys. So no funded trade. Well, let me look on the NQ. because that was the micro NQ. It looks like the regular NQ is still saying it's good. So we still might be able to take it then. What's up, Methodical Man? You done trading for the day? About to take a nap. I was hoping we're about to get a little 5-minute play here, but doesn't look like it's about to. Looks like we're not going to get one. Still got a minute 40 seconds left on the candle. Yeah, Outer's back home. He's been visiting home for the last few months. Well, there goes our 5-minute inside candle. It just broke. So it doesn't look like we're going to get a funded trade today, guys. Uh-oh, did the camera freeze up? It did. You dirty, dirty, dirty camera. Got that wick, another wick all the way down at 470. That's that one Outer was talking about. All right, even if we get a 5-minute candle here, we still may take it on an eval, but we won't take it on a front. Well, no, I can't take it on an eval because I have it. I'm not going. Let me switch over. There's no way I can take that on because I have this on whatchamacallit. Yeah, if we do take something, it'll just be on evaluation, guys. It won't be on a. gotta go find my phone. Leave my phone down somewhere. Methodical man, have y'all made it to your destination yet? We're pretty much back at the 50% of the week low, sitting at 58. So that was those areas we tried to long earlier and got stopped out a few times. Man, I can't remember the last time I have not seen a 5-minute inside bar for the early morning. Are you looking at it? You're not looking for a short at 470, are you, outer? You're just talking about a short at 470. Like, that's what you would be looking for, a short. Paper trade short. I know. I honestly like to see a push back up to the 500s. I didn't know if we do push. I mean, that's only, I guess, the only way I would consider longs again, unless we got back above the 510s, then maybe retest this area, which I don't know if we will. That's a lot. That's asking for a lot. Yeah, now we're just kind of turning into that chop, so that's why we will not take any more 5-minute inside bars after the 11 o'clock hour. I think if you're going to look for another inside bar, you probably need to wait till the 2 o'clock hour, or what is that? You want to wait for that 4-hour candle. So what is that? Yeah. So 10 o'clock is the 4-hour candle. Then the next one's at 2 o'clock. So yeah, 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock would be your next ideal for me if I was going to look for a 5-minute inside bar. Or is this the new 4-hour candle here too? No, that was at 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock is the 4-hour candle for me. So Yeah, there's a bottom of, if you look at the 15 minutes, there's also the bottom of that 15-minute candle at 9:30. The bottom of your 30-minute candle sitting at 70. So here's that area that Outer was talking about here. If this area doesn't hold, I feel like we could look for a possible pushback up to the whole number here. We'll see what happens. We got 40 seconds left on this 5-minute candle. Outer, you got your stop loss all the way up at 517. Man, I almost want to. What's up, Trader G? Take a long up to the 500s. All right, here's a new 5-minute candle. Let me pull the 50% mark on this and see if we pull back 50% on this candle here. Right there. And that would take out these wicks right here too. If we can pull back, find support near here, I would definitely, I like these almost equivalent equal highs sitting there too. So that's a possibility of running those equal highs. Where's the 50% mark at? So we just hit the 50% mark on the 15 minutes, which was at 83. Here's your 15-minute chart. Almost got that 50% pullback, didn't we? Should at least get the 80 to 90 push here. Got one more wick to get through. Got that wick. We're at this wick. like I said, you have equally high sitting up there. Also, this right here should tell us pretty much if we're going to continue higher. I bet you this is almost like a 5-minute trend line kind of building up. I don't know if we'll be able to take it from this top though. I was thinking we were going to push up to that 21 EMA a while ago on the 5-minute and we got stuck. I feel like if we can break out of the 80s, there's like a push up to the possible 807s. There's that's a bottom of the wick also on the 15 minutes, and there's also one there on the 5 minutes. What is your paper target, Outer? So, like I said earlier, guys, no funded trades today, guys. Everything from moving on forward is just going to be evaluations. We never did get a funded account set up, so we did not take any funded trades today. It'd be nice if we can get a little 5-minute inside bar or something that we can take a longer short off of on the evaluation. But this would have to sit here and consolidate for 5 minutes, and I don't know because that's a 20-point candle. I see. All of our EMAs are just kind of stacked at the moment. Excuse me. Woo, look at that inside bar hanging on, guys. We also got an inside bar on the 15 minutes, which I don't ever look at those. I will take the inside bar on the eval, but not funded, since it's already after 11 o'clock. Probably be the last trade of the day there too for me. Ooh, right at it. And it looks like it's about to lose it. Yeah, it did. Man, there's so many wicks sitting at 55. On the 1 minute chart and the 5 minute chart. So you got all these wicks down here. So I think it'd be probably be a little bit of a task getting through the 50s here. We're over here actually watching the 1 minute chart. I mean, we got the 5 minute on display here, but basically what it is, we're waiting on these 5 minute inside bars to try to take a trade. It looks like we kind of got a little bear flag here or bull flag here, but man, I think the overall looks like a big, I want to say it looks like the 50% mark of this previous leg here. If I pull let's see. Yeah, see, that was 50-60% there at the 80s. Man, Outer, this may be one of those couple hour trades sitting through the lunchtime. Yeah, it's definitely Friday lunchtime. This is why we cut ourselves off at 11 o'clock. We don't want to be sitting through this with a funded account and just kind of be like, So, funded account, you want to be in and out. Either get your 10 to 20 points and move on. Dude, I was so mad at myself the other day that I paper handed my funded account. I should be over $2,000 for the week, but instead we're sitting at $1,750. Actually, we should be sitting at 2,200 if I didn't paper hand my freaking trade from Wednesday. Because yesterday we made 180 on the fundeds, but man, Wednesday was just a train wreck for me. It was those NVIDIA numbers, man. The NVIDIA numbers had me nervous because we were chopping so much. So it was kind of hard to hold. So I ended up paper handing it. Then I made that mistake of jumping back in, which is a big no-no. Then after it stops me out, it rips up 100 points. I mean, it was just like, I had to call it quits after that, man. I was like, all right, we need to walk away before we do something else stupid. It's really hard to get long or short here. I mean, this is very, very tough price action. I mean, look at this 1 minute chart, guys, because I'm over here watching the 1 minute charts. Look at this. Look at this. Freaking just big wick. Just wicks everywhere. So this 1 minute's tough. Tough to trade. I was hoping we'd get a nice little inside bar at 11 o'clock, but we didn't get anything. I was trying to short the 70s with you, man. There's just really no short opportunities here. No, I still do the breakout tradings. I just have strict. I still do like momentum trading and stuff. The only thing that I've been really strict with lately, Outer, is what my funded accounts. So with like funded accounts, we just stick to like just strictly, stuff that I know has a high win percentage, which is that 5 minute inside bar. That 5 minute inside bar for the last 3 weeks has only had about 3 losses. And for my Apex, I only trade the open day close still. I don't know if you were still here when we did a Methodical Man did like a 6-month back test on the previous day open and close. And it has around between a 70 to 80% win rate. We're still trading a lot of like trend line breakouts and stuff as far as momentum trading goes with evals and stuff. It's just with my funded account that I've just had to get to the point where I just had to be super strict with them, where we just try to take one trade and be done. And anything you trade with is discretion. So a lot of times I won't take trades into the whole number. I just feel like I get, like today, I mean, my loss came around the whole number. So I was short at 600, and then we had a freaking 20-point pullback, made a bear flag, and literally sold off. That's what really irritated me this morning, because I got short at 600, and I just did not want to hold that freaking sell off. I don't know why. I mean, it's an eval. It shouldn't have mattered to me, but it did. So let's see. And I pretty much got my one Apex to pay out, just pretty much strictly trading open day close. But the only thing with the open day close strategy, you only get probably 2 to 3 trades a week. So this is the one that I'm over the threshold, the 632. I have to trade this 6 more days and make $50 a day to get the payout. And this one, I am 20. I still got 4 PAs with Apex because I lost one a while back. I did have 5, but now we're stuck with 4. So we just have 4 now. This one's I'm probably like 1 to 2 trades away, depending on if I make $200 a trade or $400 a trade, because we're sitting at 26,238. But I think that one may deny too, because I can't remember if I broke any rules on it. That's the only thing I'm not sure of. But if I did, I'll just trade it the 5 or 6 days of $50 a day. So basically just 3 micros with 10 points is $60. So that's what we're going to be aiming for. Starting next week. I didn't want to take it the last day of the month or on a Friday and be in the red with it, then go tilt on it or do something stupid. So we decided not to really trade the funded accounts with Apex today and just stick to strictly Bulanox. I was hoping that I was only 8 trades away for a $1,000 payout on Bulanox until I took that loss Wednesday. Kind of put me back probably 9 trades now. So we're sitting at about 9 winning trades we need with Bulanox to get a payout. And that's if we can just, only take maybe 1 loss a week or something. Yeah, no doubt. That's what I'm trying to just go for one. I'm trying to get around $200 on my funded accounts with the 50K. But with the smaller accounts, the $100 is definitely good enough. I'm really hoping September's is a good month for me. If everything works out right with the 2 fundeds with Apex and the 1 funded with Bulanox, I mean, there should be no reason that I should not at least get between $2,000 and $3,000. I just got to stay strict, just not have a tilt day. Woo, we're back at your magic level of 70. I've been sitting here waiting for us to break that 70, see if we're going to break back down. Because I'll trade you. I'll hop in here with you with an eval. I just hate that next leg is only 10 points down. Because I'm looking for 10 points in a runner if we're going to jump in. Because we have all these wicks here, man. I know we're going to, if we hit all these wicks to the downside, it's going to be a constant bounce. Don't really quite trust it yet. I want to see what happens with all these wicks here. All right, there's a 1 wick. See all these wicks? This is what you got to worry about when you're shorting into a bunch of wicks or taking longs into a bunch of wicks like this. So right now we have 3 big wicks on the push up. We got 1 here. We just took out that one. Then we got a big one. Now we got a double wick sitting at 50. So if we can take out these 50 wicks, pull back, then shoot through. We'll see how that plays out first before we consider a short. I think that's probably about the one thing that I've had added over the last couple months, Outer, is being more aware of the wicks to the downside and upside, because I used to not do that. But lately, I've been trying to focus a lot more on these wicks where we can kind of anticipate bounces or pullbacks. You should get plenty of pullback opportunities. I mean, there, like I said, there is wicks all the way down. $70 holds, maybe below 60, get a little 10-point push here. Like I said, we're trapped between these wicks, man, on both sides. Another wick right there at 70. Like I said, you're just... Let's see. Like we can get that 50 push here. 60. If we can't break below 60, I will close this trade. Damn it, we're stuck at the damn 60s. Come on. What it is, that's the week 50% mark. If you look at, I have like what levels I have. That's the 50% of the week low. I may even just go to break even. This way, if it comes back up, it can... All right. We can always re-enter. Oh, dude, it just touched the 50. Just a little bit more, a little bit more. Come on, no. Come on, 60. Hold up. Ah, damn it. It bounced off these double wicks. Maybe we can look for a short again if it gets back below 60. If you look on the 5 minute, see these two big wicks here? That's what we hit. Another retest of the 70. That sucks, man. It missed our take profit by just literally just a few points. Or even a few ticks. Whew. Maybe this will be a fake out. And 70 will hold up here. Man, that 5-minute candle is looking so bullish right now, outer. Let's see. Come on. Yeah, it looks different outer because I have the 5-minute chart up here, but I am trading off the 1-minute chart. So if you see my entries pop on here, that means I'm taking my entries off the 1-minute chart, but we're watching the 5-minute chart because we're waiting for a 5-minute inside bar today. Come on. Ah, damn it. Might get stopped out on this one. I may use 70 as my line in the sand too. If it's back above 70, we'll close this trade so we minimize our losses here. Stop loss probably needs to be right here. But that's quite a big stop loss. We push below 60, we'll just go to break even. Damn it, dude. I knew it was going to be tough getting through this crap. All these damn wicks. All right, one more test here. See if we can retest the 70s, then lose the 60s again. '70s will be my line in the sand here, guys. Ah, damn, that's bullish. Trying to hold off for one more candle. Yeah, I'm just trying to limit my losses, man. I can handle a couple $100 losses on the eval. Like, I would never do this on a funded account. This is only eval anticipation only, guys. So no fundeds. It's almost like I should be getting short at the freaking 70s instead of the 60s. All right, we're just going to take a 10-point loss here if it comes back and stops us out. We just cannot get through these 60s. The 15-second chart. I don't know if I would do very good trading some of those second charts. I've tried those sometimes, and I just don't do very well on those. Got a inside bar here on the 5 minutes. I don't know if it needs that 50% pullback. I don't know where that is. I would have to pull fib real quick. Dude, that's the second time that I've been missed by a tick. Dude, come on. I can't believe I just got missed. I just got missed again. Oh my goodness. My charts froze up for some reason. What the crap? For some reason, my charts are freezing. Oh, it hit it. Never mind. See, you already saw it hit before I did. My stuff froze up. It would have paid your 10 points, so. Ninja trapped. I know. I was like, what's going on? And you're like, oh, nice. I was like, what happened? Look at the 5-minute inside bar paying the bills again, guys. Unfortunately, this was after my time frame, so I wouldn't have taken it for the funded. And I don't understand why my position. Oh, wait, 59. It's like, even though we got short before the 5-minute printed. Hoping we can run these lows here. Oh, trust me. Well, that's why I've been just keeping tight stop loss, man. I just don't want to take a huge loss. So I'm just trying to keep it small. I'll be right back. I need to go get my cell phone because I have to charge it, and I don't think I've charged it yet. So I'll be back in like 2 minutes. All right. I'm back. Had to go grab the cell phone. All right, guys, this will be the last trade before lunchtime today. It took me a couple little eval trades to get in there. We took a break-even trade. Then we sat through it a little bit. I think we actually took, I feel like we took 2 break-even trades. We kept trying to short this 60, but like I said, I knew it was going to be tough for us to get through there. When you got all these wicks like this, it makes the price action tough, especially when you don't have a lot of volume. I don't know. If I don't eat lunch, we'll do something for supper more than likely. Dude, the 5-minute inside bar came freaking after the lunch hour. Pine Tree, so we didn't take it on the funded. Because I usually don't take that 5-minute inside bar after 11. I try to take it when it's just between the 8:30 and 11. I didn't really check to see if it was on the NQ though, like the minis. You got short, yeah, like I said. Yeah, so it was on the minis too. I just didn't take it. Yeah. So it would have been there on the minis too. I just took it on an eval pine. Trying to see if we can hold off all the way down to those previous lows on this leg down at the 15s. It's just 1 micro left. We had 10, so we took 9 off at 10. Looks like it's going to get stopped. We can risk a little bit since it's just 1 micro. See if those 60s hold. Those 60s have been a pretty tough area as far as resistance goes. I don't know if we have any downward wicks to hold up here. Well, yeah, maybe this wick here will hold. It's at the 60. So, nice. The magic of the wicks, guys. If you ever want to look and see where your market's going, most of the time it's going to either the nearest up wick from the downside, the last wick. Then if we push that wick, you can almost go up from wick to wick till it finally gets through them all. Pine Tree, was that your first trade today? Or have you been taking other trades? Or have you just been patiently waiting for that 5-minute inside bar? Oh, you took, no, I was talking about earlier today. Did you take any trades from this morning? Or have you been sitting and waiting for that inside bar all morning still? I wish I'd have taken it, but like I said, I don't want to take funded trades. Crystal, did you take the 5-minute inside bar at least on a eval? We had to wait 3 hours for it. Yeah, I paper handed that 5-minute inside bar from Wednesday. That's the only one this week that really irritated me because it cost me $300 because it did something stupid with it. So it kind of put me back a little bit. We're still up quite a bit on our fundeds. We're still up right at what, $1,700, but I should have been over $2,000. Like I shouldn't even had a loss on my funded account this week. Just that one day, man, cost me $300. So super annoying. Then I didn't take this today because, like I said, it's after the 11 o'clock hour. And I try not to take these 5-minute inside bars after 11. I try to just stick between the volatility hours of the 9:30 to 11. So now it's just strictly evals. Like I said, we're either going to get stopped out for a few points loss or we're going to take it down to the previous low wick here at 415 for the last contract. Above 60, probably going to get stopped out because then that's when it's going to probably make a run to the 21 EMA, or this could be a full reversal. Because this was, well, that's kind of hit the 20. I don't remember where the 21 was when it was up here. Then Outer, he's been in here for a little bit. He's been short since 470, and he's looking for 371. And I'll show you why he's looking for 371. Just go over to the left, pull down, and there it is. This big wick all the way down here. So if you're feeling a little frisky, feeling like getting that 2-to-1 or 3-to-1R, there's that 370 down there as a target too. So you know, if you got one eval runner. Oh man. Simple Crystal, did you trade all morning or did you just sit around and wait on that 5-minute all morning? Man, I'm really hoping next month I can make about $2,000 on our funded accounts for Bulanox to get that $1,000 payout. We need that $2,000 to $3,000 payout next month between Bulanox and Apex. Oh, you've taken other trades? I have not really taken any setups today. I feel like I was not really screwed over. I just feel like I didn't want to sit through the drawdown because I tried to short from the 600s and we basically, instead of, I didn't want to risk more than 10 points. We had a 20-point pullback. And man, once we lost those 600, it's just been downtown. Let's see. I can show exactly where I got short at. Let's see here. But anything in the moment, it's kind of really hard to tell. Yep, we'll draw a little box around it. Then after it started going, it was really hard to just jump in again. So this is the trade from earlier. So this is the one I feel like I missed out on pretty big with my eval. So basically I got short around the 600 whenever I saw this big, this candle here. See how we broke the 600 and it went to right at 90 and then it pulled all the way back up to the 20. Then I got stopped out. Then that's when the bottom fell out. So that's pretty much how I missed that trade there. Then after that, I just was sitting there watching because it's like, it's so hard to jump in after we done sold off that much. So then you just kind of sit there and you take little bitty trades here and there. My only red day this week was Wednesday. It was a 50-50 red. I was green on my Apex funded, so I'm sitting at 26,250, but the Beulah Knox I was red, so it was a 50-50 day for me there. If we pull back and retest 60, I may even try to add a contract. Crystal, you still holding your short, or did you just take your 20 points and get out? Oh, you long from the 33s? What is that? What is that entry? What would be the entry long from 33? I guess I'm not sure what to look for. I mean, nice long so far. You're up 10 points if you're doing 10 points and take runners, because heck, that's what I'd like to do. I mean, that's almost 20 points. Nice. Now I'm going to start getting worried about the reversal here. If the 20 does not, if we do not sell back down off this 21 EMA on the 1 minute. I almost need to put a 50 EMA over here for. I may add a short here. On the 1 minute. That's where the 50 EMA is sitting. Might look a little weird on the 5 minute. And it's sitting right there at that wick. Damn, we might have missed it. Yeah, I'm getting ready to get off myself. I was hoping that this push down, that we're only 10 points away from our take profit. And now I'm not liking this way the price action's setting up here. I prefer it to be one push. You want it to hit the 50 EMA, then reverse on one candle. You don't like to see multiple candles pushing up into it. Yep, see what I mean? How it kind of popped real quick on you. We won't go to break even unless we get our 10. Come on, give it up. No, it barely missed me. It barely missed me. Boy, I've been getting ticked like crazy today, guys. There we go. There we go. We knew it had it in it. It just took a minute. He just wanted to mess with my emotions. All right, we were able to get 10 more points off that 50 EMA push. $50 EMA just paid the bills, guys. The 50 EMA just paid the bills on the 1 minute. It was actually, it's funny, the 50 EMA on the 1 minute, the 9 on the 5 minutes. Downtown. So you could have took you a 50 EMA bounce on the 1 minute over here. That's why it kind of looks funny on y'all's chart over here a little bit, because I'm trading off the 1 minute. But you still see my entries, but the entries are coming in on the 5 minutes, but we're actually trading the 1 minute chart. I don't know if we'll get that target or not. We're trying to hold off and see if we touch those 15s down there, because that's our previous low there. Then, like I said earlier, if you feel a little on the frisky side, you have the low of the previous next wick down, all the way down at 371. So we'll either get stopped out here or we'll hit our target. So we're not going to move it. We're just going to leave it be. We're at least able to get another little 10 points off one more micro before we got stopped. If we get stopped out here, and it looks like it's, it looks like it's bulling to the top here. Trying to be at the top of this 5 minute candle here. There's a wick sitting there that I think we might have just hit. There's a big wick there. It'd be a nice little, I don't know if this wouldn't be an AA setup as far as long for an inversion play here. think your, no, it didn't have a gap here. All right, looks like we're going to get stopped out here. I don't see how it does not go through here. The 5 minutes looking pretty bullish, and actually the 5 minutes about to create another inside bar, even though you probably could not take that. Well, as far as I wouldn't want to have the stop loss on that because you're looking at almost a 30-point stop loss. Nope, never mind. Just the 5 minutes, no more. All right, guys. Thanks everybody for watching today. So we didn't hit our last target there. I'm pretty sure if you have your stop loss where it needs to be, stop loss probably needs to be back up here at this previous leg or even this high up here. Yeah, that 50 was able to at least get me 10 more points. So we didn't get a total loss on this last contract. So it was a nice little add. Because we already, you got to think we already sold 9 contracts off for 10 points. So we're, you know, it was not a high risk trade to risk a few points for to make 10. Did you take the 50 again? Did you take the up to the 50 then back down? You take it on both sides? Man, this thing can just be going to the moon now. I mean, we could easily run, let's see what the 50% of this leg is for the pullback. Let me pull it over here. We're at the 50% mark right now. And that's the whole leg. I mean, I guess you could do the little pullbacks. But I think this is the whole leg. Nope, I got it backwards. Nope. Pretty much back to that where outer was shorting earlier at that 470s. If you were in it earlier, that's where outer got short. I mean, it paid 50 points. I mean, you had to sit through a lot of just up and down because your stop loss would have had to been up here on this leg here. So this is where your stop loss would have been. So you would have had to sit through about 30 points of heat. So, because I think he got short in here. And so we had to sit through all this here. Above 70, it's ripping. So if you get above 70, it's ripping. So right now you're at 70. If we break this 70, it should go. Let's see where we could pull back. You have a lot of wicks here at the 60. As long as 60 holds, you should be good. And 70 breaks, it's probably on up to the 90s to the 500s. There comes the 70. The 70 just broke. Break even if you got long above the 70. There's the 70. See if it pays 10 points here. So it's this wick right here you're running into here. Let's look at the 5-minute chart and see what's above there. You can tell where it's going to get stuck at. So there's the first wick. Or right here, actually. If it can just pull back a little bit and your 60 holds, we should get another push. Then I think that's when it's going to probably push your whole number. About to get a new 5-minute candle. That 5-minute candle. The only thing about a new 5-minute candle that you have to worry about sometimes is the next 5-minute candle will have to at least take out 50% of this body before it goes. A lot of times. I mean, it won't go to the bottom, but a lot of times it'll take out half of it. And you can almost pull fib just on a 5-minute candle and see a lot of times where you're going to get pulled back to. If you think you're gonna, oh, my stuff is frozen up. So the 50% is sitting right there at the 65. So let's see if it pulls back there. Don't look like I'm gonna get a pullback. That 70 is holding better than I thought it was going to hold. I mean, that 70 is still holding. Well, you would have got your 10 points above 70. There's your 10 points there. I'm not sure where the 50 EMA sits at on the 5-minute. I don't have that on there. If we get through the 80s, I think we get a push. There's really not any wicks left up through here. Crystal, do you at least take your 10 points and leave a runner? Or are you still holding the whole trail? I mean, that's 20 points already, so that's a nice trade since you said you were long from 53. All right, guys. Everyone have a good weekend. Thank you guys for watching. Like I said, no funded trade today. The only thing that was probably super positive today, we was able to make $200 to get over the threshold on this 125K here. So, and that's an eval. So we at least passed another eval. That was probably the only positive out of the today. Then we had a lot of up and downs on one eval where we were red, green. So it was that kind of day on that other eval. You're still in it? Nice. I think that 50% is right there. So this is what you got to watch out when you're trading. If you're trading off the 5 minutes, you got to wait on that. Sometimes they get that 50% pullback of the candle. It did not let us know, did it? Now you want to see this new 5-minute just rip. Look at the 5-minute. It did not let us down, guys. Like I said, if you're trading off the 5 minutes, you got to be aware of the 50% pullback almost every single time. And that's where it pulled back to. The 50%, it was right there. And it pulled back to the T. See? So just be aware of that. That's one key factor to look into when you're trading those inside bars, is sometimes you can anticipate that 50% pullback. And so this was the inside bar from earlier. So let's see how far that candle pulled back. So the first candle, it only didn't even pull back the whole 50. The 50 was all the way back up here at the top of the body. So, yeah, we didn't even get that until this candle here. And see, this one printed halfway down. So I wonder if this one continues up here. So this be a nice little candle. All right, guys, like I said, I need to walk away. I don't want to get no FOMO over here. Like I said, no funded account, no fun trades today. I was iffy about trading those today on a Friday being the last day of the month, which the last day of the month has really not been that bad. It seems like we always get like a nice trending day on the end of the month. And we will start September all fresh. Hopefully September will be a nice green month. Luckily, we don't need very big money in September to get payouts. So I think we need $300 on one account. And then all we need is 5 $50 days or 6 $50 days to get a payout on that other account. So, and for this account, hopefully out of the 20 days, we'll at least be able to find at least $200 a day, because, you know, $200 a day times 20, I mean, that's $4,000, and I only need about $1,600. So, I think, let's see. Yeah, I need at least 18, right at between $1,800 and $1,700 on that account. Good luck the rest of the day, Crystal, if you're going to hold your trade. Thank everybody for